One day, a dry piece of paper walked into fire and lost its color and lost its nature. Here there's no encounter, there's no recovery. Encounter is what makes you not to end in the counter of life. In that encounter, you will become a storyteller. Sir, we don't need story, we need clue.
Ekemini Mboso Akpan, an engineer by training and an apostle by calling. He is a certified trainer and insightful teacher of the word, a consultant, advisor, and an actor. He is the lead pastor of God's Covenant and Salvation Ministry, a dynamic and vibrant church headquarters based in Warri and other branches. He operates with a heavy apostolic mantle, and his ministry is characterized by verifiable miracles, the prophetic, and an outstanding exposition of the word. He is also the founder and president of Young Ministers Exploit, a platform where young ministers are raised and equipped for ministry. He is also the founder and president of Church Growth International, CGI. CGI is a ministry whose global vision and passion is to help grow your church, train and multiply skilled ministry leaders, teach principles and build capacity. He helps set structures for effective and sustainable growth, set the church on fire for God. CGI enables a church, ministry, or organization anywhere in the world to establish their own structure for effective leadership, and also provide current and accurate knowledge that will give your church a competitive edge and also make them a cutting edge into this fast-paced church everywhere environment. He is happily married to Pastor and Mrs. Salome Ekemini Mboso, also a firebrand minister of the gospel, and their home is blessed with a wonderful daughter, Great Grace.
This thing called ministry is God's divine investment and entrustment upon a man. This thing called ministry is God's divine investment and entrustment upon what? A man. We want to arrive in eternity, and God said, I spent my blood and investment on you, and you didn't waste it. We want to arrive in eternity, and God will look at us and said, I spent my blood and my investment upon you, and you did what? Waste it. Listen to me. When a man wants to spend, he spend money. When God gets ready to spend, he spend men. Am I talking to somebody here?
Yes, sir.
When a man wants to spend, he spend what? But when God wants to spend, he what? He spend men. Lord, may you spend me and keep the change. Somebody's not with me here. Prophet Isaiah was available, yet God was saying, who shall I use? May I not be available and not usable. May I not be available and not be usable. This thing called ministry is an investment. I don't want to invest. I don't want to waste it. The Bible says he gave one talent. He gave another 2. He gave another 5. Lord, give me the ability to maximize what you have put on me. Generation is waiting for me. I refuse to carry a destiny of an atomic bomb, yet shooting like a knockout. I don't want to arrive unprepared. I want to arrive. See, listen to me. If you are a minister, you are a leader. Listen to me. Listen. If you are a well, you will stress your people to draw from you. You know what it takes to draw from well? There are many pastors, leaders who are well, but you need to grow from being a well to become an ocean, where people don't need to put bucket to draw. They just enter from your atmosphere. Just hanging around you. There's something you carry, and territories bow. Your presence is the disappearance of darkness. Am I talking to somebody here?
Yes, sir.
Carry something. Tell your neighbor, carry something.
Carry something.
Ministry is a function of what you carry. Listen, write this down. What you must know about ministry. I'm going to tell you 4 things very fast. What you must know about ministry. Ministry is traveling into the consuming fire. Who is God? They say, what? Who is God? He's what? A consuming fire. So ministry is traveling into a consuming fire and coming back with your portion of fire in order to demonstrate it and not explain it. No, somebody didn't hear me. Ministry is what? traveling into what? The consuming fire, and coming back with your portion of the fire to demonstrate it and not explain it. 1 Corinthians 2:4. Paul said, and my speech and my preachings were not the enticing words of man what? Wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and of truth. Sir, we are tired of explanation. We are tired of voice. We are tired of teaching or singing. People are sleeping. What is the power backing your voice? What is the power backing your voice? So which fire did you carry? Suleiman carries his own fire. Where Suleiman taught is different. So you travel into God. Listen, I tell choristers, when you stand to sing, you are first traveled to an address. You are coming back to take us to the address you have been to. So you didn't hear me, church. You have traveled. So you are taking us. You are taking us on a journey. You are taking us on a journey to an address you have been to. It is not a place for skills. I told you, sir. They told there were two men. One was reading, the first one read Psalm 23. And when he finished reading, and people were clapping, what a voice, an orator. The way he was saying, the Lord is my shepherd. By the time he finished, people were clapping. There was this illiterate man that held the mic and began to say Psalm 23. By the time he finished, people were crying. And they asked the orator, what is the difference between you and this illiterate? The other one said, I know the psalm, but this one knows the God of the psalm. I know the psalm, but this one, many people say, know the song, but they don't know the God of the song. What part of Yeshua did you encounter? The Moses that must thunder in the corridor of Pharaoh must be the Moses that will be able to walk barefooted in the burning bush. Until you walk barefooted, you can't thunder in the corridor of power. Sir, do you know? Let me talk to young people like me here. That's when you light, I've never seen you have lighted matches. When you light it, what do? You cover it. Why do you cover it? So that the air does not blow it off. Please hide and hush. Don't appear too soon. Cover it first. Don't be in billboard. Cover it first. Do you know, sir, after a while, the same fire you light in your room and cover so that air will not put it. So the same fire you put inside the bush. You don't try to allow air to cover. Air is needed to spread it. You didn't hear me. We are telling you hide first. A time will come. There's something about the ego. Other bird cowers when the storm comes. But there's something about the ego. The more the storm is spread, they criticize you, you increase size. You know why? You carry substance and weight. See, wind fit blow paper, but you know if you carry rock. That's why you see people appear and disappear. Which God did you encounter? Which God? Where have you traveled to? Where have you traveled to? Where have you traveled to? Paul, I know. Jesus, I know. Who are you? You have not registered your presence in the realm of the spirit. I told you about A.A. Allen. The prayer man was trying to cast out the demon possessed. They prayed and prayed for hours. This guy was messing them up. He refused to get out. A.A. Allen came with tea. I said, what is happening here? He said that we have been trying to cast out. He just smiled and went there and whispered into the ear. And the demon left and was delivered. And the prayer man asked him, please sir, what did you say? So I only told him my name. I only let the demon know that A.A. Allen is around. No, you didn't hear me. You get to a point that your name is an authority, for he has given us a name, that by the mention of the name of Jesus, every knee must bow. Listen to me. The child of a lion is a lion. He said, I've said ye are gods. You are a god walking in the surface of the earth. Like God. Somebody said, I'm a god.
I'm a God.
See the fear. Say, I'm a God.
I am a God.
See that. Number 2. Let me wrap this up. I'm wasting your time. Number 2. Sabaha. Eskivi lavrata. We are going to pray because we came for encounter. Please come down a little bit. Man of God, apostle of the Most High. If you must travel far and not fast, then you must crave for consistent encounter. There are people who are traveling far. And there are people who are traveling fast. Just because you are traveling fast does not mean you are traveling what? Far. If you want to travel far, seek for consistent what? So if you must travel far, you must load deep. Who they go in Nere Junction, then they buy fuel like who they go Lagos. Stop feeding too small. Am I talking to somebody here?
Yes, sir.
You know that I was praying and God said, my son, what I've called you to do is not for denomination. It was at Kosini some years ago. He said, what I've called you to do is not for denomination, it's for generation and nation. So I can't eat like somebody who was called to pastor a denomination. No, you didn't hear me, church. How many books you don't read? Until you read book, you will never be booked in life. Until you take notes, you will never be noted or noticed in life. The things you don't pen down may pin you down tomorrow. No, you didn't hear me, church. Am I helping anybody here? So encounter is a product of deep what? Encounters. Yes. Where your hunger stop, please come down a little bit, is where your manifestation do what? Stop. Deep called onto what? Man of God, woman of God, ministry spiritual. If you don't carry anything that comes from the head goes into the head. Anything that comes from the spirit, get into the spirit. For the words I speak
Our spirits and life.
The words I speak are not air. They are spirits and they are life. He said, for those who shall worship me, will worship me what? So, if you don't want to speak spirits, one of the reasons you should be spiritual is that if you are not spiritual, they will use you for ritual. Spirituality gives you authority. Am I talking to somebody here? Am I helping anybody here? Seveli brande kapa la siata. Okay, let me just. What is number 2? What you must know about ministry. Ministry is encountering the invisible God in order to describe him to the natural man. What did I say? Ministry is encountering what? The invisible God in order to what? Describe him to what? Natural men. See, so we are in a generation whereby, listen to this. You know, we grew up and they said, pastors want to take us to God. No. We have left that generation whereby you need to take people to God. This generation does not have the capacity and the stamina for you to take them to God. We are in a generation whereby we need men who will bring God to them. How can somebody come to meet you, he get ulcer? You are saying for his problem to end, he should go 7 days fasting. I don't know, man of God, which place for Bible God has ever told somebody or Jesus, say go and fast first before now do deliverance. Where did we really get that from? Where did we really get that from? That they came to meet you. They said go and fast first for 7 days. Before now, where did we get it? Where? So they don't have the capacity to fast for 3 days dry. Fast for them and speak a word. They need people that can take God to them. They need to have God encounters. That you hold the mic and there's a God what? Encounter. God encounter. They don't know this God. You are the one describing this God to them. I pray for somebody. Your generation will feel your weight.
Amen.
Write this down very fast. The more of you God has is the more of him you can show forth. The more of you God what has is the more of him you can what? Show forth. The extent of him you carry is the extent of him you can manifest. Number 3, and I'll say number 4 and we close. We'll go into prayer. Number 3, what's ministry? Ministry relevance is in your invisibility. Ministry relevance is in your what? Invisibility. Sir, there are 2 most powerful forces in this world. And these 2 forces are invisible forces. The kingdom of God and the kingdom of darkness. You 2-day people face no value again. You will be on Facebook from 6 mornings till 6 for night. What are you doing, woman of God, man of God? We live in a generation, we speak in tongues more on Facebook. Write the tongues. But don't have koinonia with him. No, you didn't hear me, church. You are too in people's faces. Hide. Be invisible. Am I talking to somebody here? I always say people hide and hash. There are too many noise makers hide and carry substance. Listen, everybody, when God called you, he gives you a pattern. Stop trying to look like another person. By trying to look like another person, you have restricted people the opportunity to meet the important you. Am I talking to somebody here? Be invisible. Hide and carry something. Every time you appear, let another kind of you emerge. Be like onions, different layers. The more they think they know you, another revelation. Fresh. They are new. Every new. Kila sovele bradasha. Eleseveni balasa. Wait, hide. Listen to this. And carry substance. Don't be like a river that meets a mountain and bend. Be like a dynamite. You meet a mountain, collapse it. No, you didn't hear me. Don't be like a river. He gets to a mountain and is looking for corner. Be a dynamite. Meet a mountain, collapse it. Enemeke sabata. Escuvila pradia seveni kupa latiata. Don't be a river. Be a dynamite. Any knife that will be sharp, sir, must be thin. Sir, any knife that must be sharp must be what? That's why it is called cutting edge. That place where thin. Hide and let God sharpen you. So that when you meet anything, you can cut once. Study to show thyself what? A workman that needs not to be rightfully bisecting the word of truth. Study to show yourself approved. Sir, if you don't improve, you cannot be approved. If you don't improve, pastor, singer, you are too much in people's faces. Leave their face. Can I shock you? Aluminium was more expensive. Was what? Expensive than gold and diamond. Yes, when it was discovered, aluminium was more expensive. Go and verify. Than gold and what? And diamond. But when a man discovered how to mass produce aluminium value dropped. When they knew how to mass produce what? The value do what? You know, she says see finish, don't come because they see you everywhere. Sir, I tell people, come down, sir. If you don't give people the opportunity to miss you, they will soon ease at you. No, you didn't hear me. It seems I'm in the wrong church. If you don't give people the opportunity to do what? Miss you, they will soon what? Ease at you. Destiny forbid that you want everyone that wants you. Destiny forbid. You can't want everyone that wants you. As a minister, it's not all ministers' conference you go. The reason many pastors are confused, you go this one go impart this mantle on you. This one impart. If you stand on altar, nobody know you again. You will look like Adeboye. You look like Suleiman. You look like Kumuyi. You are confused. Everybody's confused. They don't know what to expect. Choristers, it's not everybody you follow. You go look like Meshishiwe today. You look. Nobody know your brand. Find your niche and stay there. Build weights. Stop trying to be Theophilus. Try to be this one. You are trying to be everybody. You hold the mic, we are confused. Which side you want day today? Am I talking to somebody here? Find your tribe. You must want only those who are in alignment with what you have been called into. So you connect with those who speak your destiny and ministry language. Those who speak your destiny what? Language. And hear this. Connect with those who speak eloquently the language of your next level. You didn't hear me. Connect with those who speak what? Eloquently the language of what? Of your next what? Level. Who will not allow you to settle for less. Stand to your feet.